Hello, Just Jax here and welcome to my channel. Found these in the shops, growing crystals. I have tried a crystal kit one other time so far, apart from when I was really little. These were 69p each, so I got two. So I got two attempts at getting this to work. I've had mixed results in the past. When I was really little, this was a colossal letdown. All I had was what looked like salt on a tree. So let's see. And the last time it was also a sort of mixed result. I managed to get some sort of crystal shape come out in the end. Sort of. So let's have a look. It says 10 plus, which is understandable because it says that there's crystal chemicals. I am a little bit beyond 10 plus, so I should find this a breeze, right? I should have crystal chemicals, display pedestal, 2 base rocks, 1 wooden spatula, collectible instruction card. What we have is that the display base? Maybe. Crystal chemicals, purple crystals, 2 rocks. I mean, they're very nice, so hopefully something good happens to them. I mean, this one's a bit chalky, but you can see it's got little shiny elements in it, or I don't know if you can in that light. That one's a very nice shiny rock. Shiny pebbles. So what have we got? Crystal growing instruction card. So I'm guessing this is the collectible instruction card. Grow your own crystals. Fill the display pedestal about 3/4 full with cold water and pour the water into a mixing bowl. Make a note of the level of water and pour it away. Okay, that didn't make any sense until you get to number 3. Ask an adult to help you get some hot water and pour it into the mixing bowl to the same level as the cold water. Open the crystal powder chemical, pour 3/4 of the bag into the mixing bowl and mix until it is fully dissolved. Place the display pedestal on a flat surface with newspaper underneath. Pour the chemical solution into the display pedestal. Place a base rock into the chemical solution. Sprinkle the remaining crystal powder on top of the rocks. This will help it grow faster. Within days, you will start to see small crystals form. Crystals grow approximately 3 to 4 centimeters. And this is just a warning and first aid. Well, I'm not going to stick it in my eyes. I'm not going to swallow it. I'll try not to inhale it in case of skin contact and burns. Well, I have gloves ready. So let's do this then. Well, I've got loads of paper down, so I'm not going to worry about putting newspaper down. May as well get them both underway. So I've got 2 attempts at this. So this one's purple. And this one is, I think, pink. Oh, I've got a bigger rock this time. Another, chalky rock and a shiny rock. Well, we'll put one chalky rock in one and one shiny rock in the other. See what happens. Yep, pink crystals. Another stick. So the purple gets pink and the pink gets purple. I guess they've got to not make them the same colour as the crystals. Okay, I'm going to get some water. Right, we have the water. These are, just so you all know out there, my designated art mugs. They are not used for anything else, so I won't be drinking excess crystal mix. Oh, that's a lovely colour. So what do we want? 3/4 of this bag, roughly? Quite a lot. Well, that's about 3/4. And there's our pink. Hard to tell. I think that's about 3/4. Stir until dissolved. I might flash forward at this point because, from what I remember, this takes a while for it to be completely dissolved. Okay, I think they're completely dissolved. I don't feel any grain running across the bottom, so pour this into the tray. It's turned the stick well purple. I'll try not to dribble. That had some lumpy bits in it. Rock in there. Rock in there. Now sprinkle the rest over the rock. So, bring these down. Oh, I've poured all the rest on the rock. The rock is totally covered. Okay, well that is it. We just leave that now. We will check back randomly throughout the next few days and see what we get, if anything. Hopefully we should. I mean, it's only 69p, but still, these are STEM products. Reportedly official STEM products, so we'll see. Okay, a little update. This is about, we can get in there, 48 hours later, because after 28 hours there wasn't a whole lot of difference. 24 hours, sorry. So we're getting a little bit of growth. Now the pink seems to be doing a lot better than the purple. If I can get the light in there, we can see it's crystalline up in quite a few bits, including over the edge here. But here, we've got quite a bit of growth going on. Now this one, it's got some growth, but you can see inside the tray, I'll try and stop this from wobbling. It looks like it's still very granular, but here, if we can see inside the tray, I think you can just about see in there. It's starting to form little sausages. So we'll come back again in perhaps another 24 or 48 hours, we'll see, because it's meant to give you 3 to 4 centimetres of growth. I think it's just gone over 1. So yeah, not bad for 69p so far. Okay, this and a slight change of scenery. This, by the way, is what I've been working on. Getting a new place to work. I had to move these because I needed the work area. It's about 144 hours later, and Pinky here is really taking off. We don't have 3 to 4 centimetres yet, but we are growing everywhere. Purple, on the other hand, is not. It's frosting over everywhere, but it's not really growing much. A little bit of growth. It started to try and shoot out a little bit at the top, and a heavy frosting around the edge. So I don't know if purple's ever going to do what pink's doing, but we'll find out. I'm going to leave them until we get at least, if possible, 3 centimetres, because that's the minimum that I was promised. So that is where we're at the moment. Well, about a little over a week later, all the moisture has totally evaporated / been absorbed by the crystal matter. And here's our results. So Pinky has grown. It it's not quite reached 3 centimetres. It's reached about a centimetre. But all the water's gone, all the liquid's gone, so it's not going to grow anymore. But, well, it has and it hasn't. Obviously, the picture isn't real. It has and it hasn't gone like that. I mean, it is grown up at least, and we've got lots grown over the edge, and we've got some really interesting big pieces. Oh, there we go. I mean, I will keep it in there. That actually looks pretty cool. Do I dare turn it upside down? I'll try. Oh, we've got little bits falling off. So I'd say that has worked. I'll pop you back in there ever so carefully. And that was using the shiny pebble. Now the purple, sort of a mixed result. We've got heavy frosting around the edge, not much growth. It never really left off from that point, from about 48 hours later / 72, one of those two. It never really got any bigger there. We have some interesting colouring going on down the bottom. We've got purple going on up here, but we've got this really, really interesting metallic green going on. Really interesting. And we've got some really interesting growth going on in there. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pop this one out. Oh, I can. Oh, there's a bit of fluid on the underside still. Okay. Well, I don't think that's going to grow any further. I'll lay you back down. Can you get one of these? Oh, that one is attached. Can you get one of those ones up? Can you get one of these little pieces? So yeah, it's had an interesting... There we go, I think that went in there like that. Now this one grew even less. We'll just have a little look, see, less than ½ centimetre. We've got 5 mil of growth on that one. But like I said, we've got some interesting growth going on further down. So I'm not quite sure if that's to do, because this was with the little white pebble that looks a little quartzy. It's chalky, but it's got little shiny elements in it. So don't know if that is... the growth was dependent on the stones that were put in, the little pebbles that were put in, or this one was just a little bit more diluted, less landed on the rock wasn't fully submerged. Don't really know, but it has formed a crystal. It hasn't formed, again, anything like the picture, but then that's not a real picture, but it has turned into something quite pretty. So, for 69p, I'd say these are worth it. If you are interested, or your children are interested in attempting to grow crystals, these were straightforward to do. Everything that you needed was there apart from a bit of water. And yeah, it's 69p. If it didn't work, then obviously we'd have to be like, you know, no. But this is a surprising yes. I'll be honest, I didn't think we'd get much for 69p, but we did. So I may or may not get some more of these and have an experiment and maybe do 2 of the white, you know, the chalky stone, and 2 of the shiny stone, and see what we get. There was only pink and purple, so we won't get any variation in colour in that sense. But I would be curious to see if we get a better result fine-tuning it somehow. Well, let me know what you think. Do you think this was a success? Do you think it's worth 69p? Well, thank you so much for stopping by and checking me and my channel out. I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope it's given you an idea of what to expect should you see one of these in the shops yourself for 69p. Definitely worth it, I think. Like if you like what you see, comment if you've got something to say, and subscribe if you really like what you see and you want to see more. Thank you all again so much. Take care, and see you in the next one.